This is section 6.10. It is called word problems. And to take it a step farther, we're going to call this word problems / make a table. Okay, because sometimes we'll need to have to make a table in order to solve one of our word problems. So let's start out with this first problem. It says, in 2000, the population of the United States was about 273.5 million people. If the rate of population growth is 0.9% per year, what will the population be in 2010? Okay, so we need to make a table. So this would be year, 2000, 2001, 2003, we're going to change this to 2005. Okay, change that to 2005 because 2010, that's kind of a ways to go. Okay, so each year we have to find the growth or the rate of increase. So we have to take our 273.5 million times, make our percent into a decimal. So we'd move it twice. 0.009. And then we would say population in millions. Okay, then we don't need this one, I guess. Okay, so now we get to do the fun job of multiplying everything. At least it's only by 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 4 more is 31. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 3 more is 66. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 is 24. Okay, now we need to bring it back 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So we're adding about 2.4, 2.5-ish million for the first year. So I have to take my 273 and 5/10, add our increase, 2.4615, and I would get about 275,961,500. Okay, and this one was 273.5. Okay, so that's what it would be in 2001. That would be our population. Now we have to do that same thing 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. Okay, so now I'm going to take my new population of 275.9615, multiply that by our percent increase, 900. 9 times 5 is 45. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9 times 6 is 54. 55. 81 plus 5 more would be 86. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 8 is 53. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 5 would be 68. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 is 24. So we'd bring it back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decimal spots. So again, it's going to be about 2.5-ish. So we take our original number, add our increase. Four, 8, 3, 6. We'll just keep it with 4 decimal points. We don't get too crazy, I guess. 11, 3, 4, 5. 8 plus 6. 14, 14. 8. Line up our decimal points. 7, 2. So now we have 278 and 445,100. Okay, let's keep going. Take my new number. Times it by my percent increase. Nine times 1 is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 more would be 40. 9 times 4 again is 36, plus 4 more would be 40. 9 times 8 is 72. 73, 74, 75, 76. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 7 would be 70. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 7, 25. Bring it back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we have to take this number and add on 2.5060. I'd get a 1, an 11, a 5, 9, bring down my decimal, 10, 8, 2. So now I'm at 280 and 9511. Okay, guys, we're getting close. Only 2 more left. So we take our 280, 0.9511, multiply that by our percent increase. Can you guys kind of find a pattern here? Just multiply it by our percent increase. That'll be how much it's adding. Then we add it to our original. Then we're good to go. 9, 9, 45. 81 plus 4 would be 85. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 8 more is 8. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 7 be 25. Oops. I think I have to scooch it over here. Would be 25. Bring it back 7. Okay, then I need to bring it back 7 spots. So I'm going to take 280.9511, add 2.5285. Line up my decimal points, 382. Okay, so our new number is 283.4796 million. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. I am absolutely A-okay if you want to use a calculator for this section only. Okay, because it took me almost 10 minutes to get 4 years. Just imagine if we had to go 10. This should go a little bit faster if we're doing using a calculator. So I'm going to use this number right here, 283 and 4796. I need to multiply that by 9% as a decimal. And I'm going to get 2.5513. Then I need to add that to 283.4796 plus 2.5513 4796. Yep. So I'm going to get 286 and 0.309 millions. So if the question asks you how many are in 2005, there's going to be 286.0309 million people living in the United States. All right, for the rest of these, I'm going to show my work, but I'm going to use a calculator to solve it a little bit faster, because if you have to do 12 problems at 10 minutes each problem, it's going to take you way too long. Okay, so let's continue. I have two problems. These are both in your book, part of your assignment, so you can do number 1 and 2 with me, and then you can finish the problems by yourself. Okay, let's start out by making a table. So we know the population of a town increases at the rate of 1%. What will the population be in 5 years? So we have our population now. It is 8,500. Then we want 1 year. What will be the population? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. Okay. So to start off, I'm going to take my 8,500, multiply it by 0.01, because that would be 1%. Because if I take 1% and I move it, I would have 0.01 minus the percent. Okay, and if I multiply those two together, I'm going to get 85. Okay, so that means I need to add 85. Then I would get 85 as my new population. So after 1 year, the population will be 8,585. Okay, so now I need to take 8,585, multiply that by 0.01. And I'm going to get 85.85. Okay, each time I just have to move my decimal 2 spots. So that's what we'll do. 0.85. So I'm going to get a 0.85. 5 plus 5 is 10. 16, 17. 6, 8. So now, after 2 years, the population is 8,670 and 8,500. I don't know how you have 8,500ths of a person, but we're going to keep those numbers in there because it will impact our final answer. Okay, so now I have 8670.85. Multiply that by 0.01. I'm going to get 58076.8. Bring it over 4. So now I have to add 86.70. I'm going to use that two decimal points. I'm going to round to the hundredth place. Let's say that correctly there, Mrs. Hamer. 86.70. So I'd get a 5. 8 plus 7 is 15. Bring down my decimal. 7, 15, 7, 8. Okay, again. 57.55. Multiply that by 0.01. And I'm going to move us up here. So I get 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8. Bring it over 4 spots because we have 4 to the right. Okay, so now I have to add in 87.57. 7 plus 5 is 12. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. Bring down my decimal, 14, 15. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 8, 8. Okay, we're almost done. This one, thankfully, is going much faster. So now I have to take 8845.12, multiply that by 0.01. So I would get 2, 1, 5, 4, 8, 8. Bring it back 4. So now I have to add in 88.45, 7, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 9, and an 8. Okay, so now when we're all finished, we're going to take our answer because I know it's a population and we can't have half of a person, right? So my answer when I write it is going to be to take this tenths place and round it either up or down. Okay, so we would say the population equals 8,930. Well, this 5 would round it up. So my 3 is going to become a 4. So our population is 8,934 people after 5 years. Okay, so these can go much faster if you're using a calculator, multiplying it out. Hopefully it'll be a little more accurate than you trying to multiply all these decimals and that sort of thing. So let's try another. A microbe population increases 100% every 10 minutes. Okay, so we have our microbe. I'm going to just start up here. 1 microbe starting off at 0 minutes. After 10 minutes, how many are there? After 20 minutes, how many are there? 30, 40, 50, and 60. Okay, so that's how many we have to do. So 100%, that means we're going to multiply it by 1. So if I do 1 times 1, I'm going to get a 1. So I have to add 1. So after 10 minutes, we have 2. Okay, 1 times 2 is 2. So I have to add 2. I would get 4. Can you kind of see a pattern for this one? Okay, 4 times 1, I'm going to get 4. Add 4, so now I have 8. 8 times 1 is going to get me 8. Now I have 16, so it's just doubling every time. 8 times 1 is 8. Oh, sorry, 16 is the new number we have, is 16. So I have to add 16. I'm going to get 32. 32 times 1 equals 32. Add another 32 in there. I'd get a 4. 64. So our answer would be 64 microbes in 1 hour. And that's why you guys can see with like cells how fast they expand and how fast they can go through your body. If they're doubling this fast, after just 1 hour you went from 1 in your body to 64. So just kind of an interesting little tidbit there. Okay, so again, we're just making a table, multiplying it by the percent, and then adding it to get our next step. This is very important over here so you know exactly how many to do and you can keep track of everything. Okay, so give the rest a shot. Make sure you come in if you have any questions. And also I want you to know you can use a calculator on your homework. I repeat, you can use a calculator on your homework. All right, thank you for watching.